Watch this. This is so funny. Watch them come up the stairs for it. I'm gonna try and be quiet so that way they all come running. Okay. Let's get ready. One. Why is it so blurry? Oh my gosh, I can't focus. Come here. Come on. Oh. Come on. Yes. So we got two. Come on, Pillow. Come on, Pillow. Pillow. Oh my goodness, he's being difficult. Come on, let's go inside.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be What just happened? I don't know what just happened. We will be covering why to not touch service animals. And I believe they're mostly dogs, but I'm not even gonna have you quote me for that. So, yeah. So my intro I will no longer be doing in the end of the video. I feel like it's overdone in every video, so I'm just gonna be doing it at the beginning. So my name is Aquaria Doyle. My purpose here on YouTube is to provide educational animal-related videos so that way me and my team can open up our very own animal rescue center here in the near future. So if you're interested in that animal-loving journey, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you're notified by every single video that we post, which is usually every single day. Be sure to check the description for all the research that I do for this video, as well as the Humane Society events page, which are only virtual right now, so keep that in mind when you go there, as well as the donation links down below that to any animal-related organization. So if you would like to donate, please be sure to go down in the description down below. We also have that in every single video description as well. So we will be covering the do's and don'ts of service animals. Obviously you should not be petting a this is Blanket, by the way. It's a different cat every time, so you get to experience all of them. You shouldn't be petting service animals in general. It's not a good idea, and I'll explain why. So we'll go over some don'ts, and at the end we'll cover some do's. So don'ts. I have so many quotes, and that is what I'll be going off of today. And the reason I'm doing quotes is because I personally don't have a service animal, so I can't really relate to these ideas, but the reason I'm making this video is because there were a lot of TikToks, because TikTok is my life for some reason. There's a lot of TikToks out there that cover service animals and people not respecting boundaries. And it made me kind of disappointed in humanity because of these reasons. So let's cover. So don't touch a dog without speaking to the owner first, asking for permission. But most of the time, you don't want to be petting a service dog. I don't know why my mouth made that sound. You don't want to be petting a service animal. So here's a quote, and I'll tell you where it's from in a second. They provide mobility, guidance, comfort, and companionship for their handlers, and interfering with what the team is doing could result in a potentially dangerous situation, and that's from rd.com. Distracting that animal from what it's really trying to do, that is what they are trained for, can potentially prevent them from paying attention to what they're made to do, which is protect their owner from any medical situation that can harm their life. And us as humans should respect that, because that animal is trained to protect that owner, that person, from a dangerous situation. And what that is, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what they're diagnosed with in order for you to be able to be like, oh, then I won't pet that service dog, or I won't pet that service animal. It shouldn't really matter. You should respect that boundary. And I have another quote, and this is from Quora.com, from, this is like a question public answering site, and it's from the username Maggie Skittles. And she had in her description that she has had all of her dogs trained, and what, it doesn't really matter. This is her opinion, and I thought it was good to include someone else's opinion. And it's quite rude, but I want to include other people's opinion about it, so that way everyone feels like they have a say. I don't know. That way you feel comfortable having your own opinion down in the comments. But here it is. Honestly, if you want to pet a random dog so much, go volunteer at an animal shelter. You don't know if that dog is a real service dog or not, and you could get bitten. Don't be stupid, you don't want stitches. And then she goes over stitches are caused by bites. And then I have that link down below, as well as the link for the quote I did above and any other quotes I have in the rest of the video. Most individuals that want to pet are children. Children can't necessarily volunteer at animal shelters because they're too young, but who's with children usually? A guardian of some sort. A guardian should know how to provide boundaries for their child. Their child should know the boundaries because you have taught them. That is a whole nother level of parenting that I'm not willing to cover. But as adults, mature adults, we should be able to provide information to children that service animals should not be touched while they are working, so that way they can provide the utmost productivity for their owner, so their owner doesn't really get hurt. I don't know why this is so difficult to understand, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but service animals are there to protect the owner, and if they go out and about, it's not like the owner should be staying home 24/7. They're allowed to go out and about. And if you're upset that your child can't pet or talk to a service animal, then you need to reevaluate your mindset. You need to do your own research and pretty much grow up. There are things out there that you obviously don't understand, and you need to understand why you are getting so upset about a situation. There's more to it. Why can you not pet service animals? Well, that is something you need to research, because if you don't understand why, and you're not willing to put in the research, but you're willing to be upset about it, that is a you problem, not the other way around. And I do apologize if that comes off as rude, but honestly, do your own research. If you're willing to be upset about it and put the time to be upset about it, you have the time to do your own research about it. So how can you tell? How can you tell a service animal is a service animal? Well, they have a vest on, and it usually looks like this. It usually has a stop sign on it, and if you know how to read, you look on the vest, and it usually tells you you are not allowed to talk to the animal. You are not allowed to pet the animal because they are working. A service animal is basically a piece of equipment, a medical equipment. Okay, so now we're gonna go for the next quote. I believe this is the last quote. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so it's the second to last quote. I told you I was gonna have a lot of quotes in here because I want more opinions. So this is from barkpost.com, and this is actually from a person that they based it on, and it's from Haley Ashmore explaining her relationship with Flynn, which Flynn is her service dog, and you can find them on Instagram at The Adventures of Flynn, no space, no nothing in between, it's just all together. And I'll have that on the screen right now, so that way you can follow them if you're interested. But her quote is, "My service dog is my lifeline. I don't say that to be cute. He helps keep me alive, just like life support. If he gets distracted, this happens. If he gets distracted, I die. Do not pet service dogs. Do not talk to service dogs. Do not do anything to service dogs." And that is from someone that has a service dog. And yeah, I thought that was a perfect way to incorporate people that actually have service dogs. Now, this is another don't, which this is actually from another person that is quoted on this website, but it didn't come from a certain person, so I don't really know who to involve in that, but it came from a website called anythingpossible.com. And this is the quote. "My service dog has made a huge difference in my life, but I don't always want to stop and talk to every single person who wants to ask me about her," which she's indicating her service dog. And keep in mind, when you ask someone about their service animal, their diagnosis and everything, that's their private medical history. So that's equivalent to asking someone with I don't even know what it's called, a heart monitor? That's underneath their shirt, asking them, "Oh, what is that? How'd you get it?" And the who, what, where, when, why kind of thing, and that's their personal business. You don't need to know that. That is not your business to know. That's actually quite irritating to know that people are that nosy. It's none of your business. You can live without knowing that. Okay, and now I'm going to end the video on do. So what should you do if you're not allowed to pet the service dog, you're not allowed to talk to them? Here's what you should do if you have any sense of humanity at all. And if you have learned from this in any way, give the animal and the owner space. Be polite, and if you can withhold yourself, give them space and just ignore them. If you notice them, immediately act like you didn't. Basically, walk the other way. Obviously, be polite. Just have the kindness in your heart to give them the space and let them go. Okay, you don't need to talk to them to know everything. Just know in your mind that dog is trying to save someone's life. And if you do anything to stop that, you are preventing that dog from doing their job, or that service animal from doing their job. Yes, there are people out there that will let you pet them, let you talk to them, but you have to ask permission first. You can't just go up to a random dog and start petting it without asking, because you don't know the consequences. You don't know if that animal will retaliate in the wrong way. You need to have that kindness in your heart. You need to understand that is a random dog. I don't know what it's gonna do to me. Let me ask first. And that goes for not only service dogs, but any dog. You can't just go up to a random dog and be like, "Oh, I want to pet that dog because I want to pet it." You need to ask. Even if the dog comes up to you, you still need to ask, because you don't know. Dog could be sniffing you just to check you out, and if you pet them without asking, you can get bitten. I don't know. You don't know either. Just keep in mind that could be the consequence, and you might regret it. There are people out there that just will never understand, and even if I explain it, they just don't want to hear it. People are right in their own mind, and it's hard to change what they think is right in their mind. But if you do think you learned something today, like this video, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the video tomorrow. Bye.